welcome back to today's deep core with a little slice of lower body just sprinkled in, because who doesn't love a little bit of lower body activation? We're going to go through really beautiful, deep activating core moves in today's session, working on that pelvic floor all the way around the core to really bring that waist in, to really lift the pelvic floor and to bring in all of the health around the core and the midsection in today's session. I am only going to be using a core ball in today's session. The weights are just there so that my ball doesn't get wild and run off on me. So this is a intermediate to advanced class, but if you want to join in and you are just beginning your bar journey, I would slow down the pace, slow down the reps, maybe not go so deep in the movements, and really attune the class to suit you. Okay, once you have what you need, we're going to begin at the top of the mat. So bringing the feet to hips, width distance, really softening the soles of the feet down into the ground. Drawing the belly button in towards the spine, raising up that breath and rolling the breath over the backs of the shoulders, all the way down the spine. Allowing the hands just to drape down by the side to begin with, allowing the crown to reach tall to the sky. Just allowing that breath to settle in the chest. Noticing if you need to tuck the tailbone under ever so slightly, taking that pressure out of the lower back. On your next inhale, we're going to extend the arms all the way around, all the way up towards the sky, keeping the shoulders down from the ears. Exhaling, coming down over the legs, reaching for the ground, allowing the tailbone to come high. And then bringing a tiny little sway into that tailbone. So allowing the head to track down towards the floor. Little bends in the knees as you sway the tailbone, really grounding down into your body. Coming through center, we're going to pick up the left leg, sending her far back, gently dropping that knee, and then we're going to unravel through the right heel. So I'm just taking my hips back towards that left heel, rolling all the way forward. You can be either down on the floor or your hands can be gently resting upon the thigh. Big breaths. Tuning in with that breath, noticing if you're holding, if it's stagnant. Rolling forward, planting that foot, unraveling the spine. Arms are going to follow. Big breath in, sipping the air in at the top. As you exhale, we're going to unfurl to the sky. Beautiful, drawing those elbows wide, framing the front toes. Stepping forward with that back leg. Uncurling all the way up to standing, taking the arms with it. Big breath in. Exhale, coming all the way back down. Tailbone goes high again, a little sway with the tailbone. So see if you can relax the neck down towards the floor. And if the touching of the floor isn't part of your practice, you can stay all the way up. Hands can come to knees, to shins, big generous bends with those knees. Coming through center, we're going to pick up the right foot this time. Gently send her back, dropping that knee, and then unraveling through the left. So just rolling back and forth, taking the hips back towards the right heel. Creating a little warmth in the body as we warm up. Big breaths. Rolling forward, planting that foot, unraveling the spine up, taking the arms all the way around, sipping that air at the top. Exhaling back gently. Drawing the elbows wide, coming around to frame the front toes. You're going to take that left leg all the way back to meet the right. We're going to stay on all fours to begin with. So grabbing that ball. We're going to pop the ball between the knees. So it's between the knees and the upper thighs. I'm just going to come into the center of my mat. So really make sure you've got a grip on that ball. Hands are going to come forward underneath the shoulders. We're going to tuck the back toes. So hands are underneath the shoulders, knees are underneath the hips. You're gazing down and forward, maybe a handprint in front of the hands, keeping the neck long. We're going to leave our knees down to begin with. We're going to inhale, inflate the belly. And as you exhale, you're going to squeeze the knees, squeeze the ball, keeping the knees down, drawing the belly button up into the spine, pressing the palms down. And you should feel this hollowing happening right in the center of the core. Inhale, release, releasing the ball, releasing the belly. Exhale, draw the belly button into the spine, drawing the ribs down and in, pressing the palms down, squeezing the knees on the floor. So you should feel as though you're lifting from the pubic bone all the way up to the belly button. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Inhale, release. Exhale, drawing that belly button in. And as we continue in this sequence, as you draw the belly button in towards the spine, you are drawing the ribs down towards the pubic bone. So we're not just pulling the belly button in and allowing our ribs to flare. You're pulling everything in and down as you're squeezing those knees and lifting from the pubic bone. I know there's a lot happening. Sometimes this can take a little bit of practice, but squeezing that ball really helps and pressing the ground away. Let's do one more. Exhale, lift. Beautiful. Inhale, release. The next time we squeeze and lift, we're going to lift the knees just about 2 inches off the floor. So inhale, release. Exhale, squeeze the ball, lift the knees 2 inches off the ground, pausing there. Inhale, dropping the knees. Exhale, pressing into the toes, lifting the knees, squeezing the ball, pressing the hands down and forward. Beautiful, drop in the knees, release. So continue in this sequence, there's a lot happening. So notice if the knees are really lifting off the ground, bringing the knees down, gazing forward, lifting up through that chest, pressing through the palms. And if your hands get a little bit spicy during this sequence, you can come down onto the elbows, really squeezing that ball. So as you squeeze the ball, it's aiding that pelvic floor lift. Inhale, release. Exhale, lift. Beautiful, we're gonna add on. So every time we lift and squeeze the ball, we're gonna alternate touching the opposite shoulder. We're gonna start with the right. So inhale, release. Exhale, lift everything. Put all your weight into the left hand. You're gonna touch the right hand to the left shoulder, squeeze in that ball. All the way down, release, switching sides. Exhale, squeezing the ball, pressing into the right, touching the right shoulder with the left hand, squeezing that ball all the way down. We're gonna do 4 more, 2 each side. Pressing into the ground, really allowing yourself to get stable before you even begin lifting that hand. And if lifting the hands of the shoulder isn't part of your practice, you're gonna stay with both hands on the floor. Beautiful. 1 more each side. So really squeezing that ball before you lift the hands, really getting yourself into that stable space. Beautiful. Holding it there for 4, for 3, For 2. Beautiful, let it go. Sneaky thighs at the same time. I hope you could feel those thighs turning on. Swinging the feet around. Keeping that ball, we're going to move the ball so that it is bra strap height. So keeping the legs long, you're gonna move the ball so that it is bra strap height or just between the shoulder blades. Hands are gonna go behind the head, elbows are gonna go wide. So in this position, we haven't got this huge arch in our back. We're drawing the belly button into the spine, drawing the ribs down and towards the pubic bone, and from that position is the position that we move. So we're gonna lower back over the ball. Exhale, lift. My legs are just long, so my back is going just over the ball slightly, and as I lift, I'm lifting from the armpits up towards the sky. And as I come to the top, my ribs are tracking down and in towards the pubic bone. So we're not pulling on our head. This move is purely coming from the core. Okay. In 2 counts, we're going to start bringing the knees in. We're going to alternate bringing the knees in 2 and 1. So relax back over the ball. Let's start with the right, bent legs. So leg comes in, all the way down, switch sides. Left leg comes in. And the knees just come in above the hips. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Exhale, lift. Inhale, lower. Beautiful. Notice if your ribs are flaring. Notice if that core contraction is getting lost, so just slowing down. Maybe pausing at the top, holding the upper body up and then drawing the knee in, really using the core muscles to pull the knee in rather than momentum. Okay, in 2 counts. We're gonna twist the opposite elbow to the opposite knee. They're gonna pause there and touch, and they're gonna squeeze in towards each other. In 2 and 1. So I'm going left elbow to right knee. I'm gonna lengthen through my right hand. So left elbow to right knee, and I'm pressing in towards each other. So pressing them in towards each other, pausing there. Beautiful, unraveling, resetting. So as you come up, the arm goes long, the opposite arm goes long. So right elbow, left knee, pause, really press them in towards each other. Beautiful, unravel. Exhale as you lift. You're gonna roll on that ball slightly, meeting the knee and the elbow, pressing them together. So your knees pulling in as your elbows pressing down. Beautiful, unravel. Exhale, lift, rolling on that ball slightly, squeezing them together. And if your knee and your elbow do not come together, you're just imagining that you're tracking them together. Beautiful. Real squeeze. Yes, I know, core's turning on, obliques turning on, lower core turning on. Bringing that breath into it. So inhaling as you come back, exhaling as you lift. And we're not trying to roll back on the ball so that we're really extending our back. Just a little release. Beautiful, let's do 2 more. So 1 more each side. All the way down. 1 more this side. Beautiful, release. We're gonna finish with little lifts. Tiny, tiny, tiny. Option to bring both knees above the hips. Tiny, tiny. Option to extend the arms either side of the thighs. For 4. For 3. For 2. Holding it there, extending the legs long, pause. Beautiful, let it go. Coming all the way up to standing, bringing that ball with you. So we're gonna come into a little standing sequence now. So standing forward, feet are going to go hips width distance. We're going to begin in a little squat position, so bending the knees, keeping the knees behind the toes, your glutes are tracking back. If you notice that you've got this arch in the lower back, you're going to draw the belly button in towards the spine, straighten that spine slightly, taking the ball to your chest. Placing all of your weight in the left leg. We're going to extend the ball overhead as the right leg goes back. We're going to draw it in, touch the knee to the ball, pressing the ball in towards the knee, pause. Taking it all the way back. And then resetting the position. We're going to stay on the right side. So extending long, really extending long, bringing it in, pausing, pressing that knee in towards the ball. You'll notice I'm really pressing down with my hands. Extending overhead, touching it. So there's a lot going on. Our balance, our coordination, core turning on every time we pull that knee in. Oops, all the way out. I could do with that coordination as I speak. All the way out. Helps to gaze at one point just to allow yourself to settle. So if you notice that you're really rocking, see if you can slow down that breath. See if you can come back into the body, back into the moment. There's nowhere else we need to be. There's no one else you need to be. So just settling in. The left leg is turning on as we're balancing on it, keeping that leg bent. So the left leg is staying bent. You're pressing through that heel. Constantly pressing through that left heel. Beautiful. This is your last one. We're going to switch to the other side. Beautiful. Resetting that right leg down, taking a pause, staying low. Switching the weight to the right side. Left leg is going to go back. You're going to draw the left leg in, pause there, pressing down with that ball, lifting with that knee. Right leg is slightly bent. Extending long. Resetting in that squat. Extending long, ball really reaches as the toe reaches back. Catching that breath. Notice if you're holding that breath. An option to just touch the toe slightly as you come into that squat, as you bring the knee, the leg back in. You can just touch the toe in instead of coming into this full squat. If you want to challenge your balance just that little bit more, so touching the toe in, extending long. So using that core the whole time. So even when we extend long, we're using our core to hold us stable. Protecting that lower back by drawing that belly button in towards the spine. Let's do one more after this one. My gosh, I hope you can feel that right leg touching it in. Extending long, drawing the knee in, pausing there. Extending long, meeting in that squat, pausing. For 4, for 3, for 2. Beautiful, standing up. Coming into all fours. Sending the arms forward. Just tracking the hips back towards the heels, widening the knees. Allowing the belly to fall towards the ground. Beautiful. Taking the hands over to the right side, stretching through the left side. And then walking the hands all the way over to the left and stretching through the right side. Walking the hands all the way back in, staying on the knees. We're going to touch the left hand down towards the side, take the right arm all the way up and over. Then we're going to switch sides. Allowing the arm that comes down towards the ground just to bend slightly. Beautiful. Last one. Coming through center, taking the arms all the way wide. Big breath in, reaching the arms all the way up towards the sky. Dipping that ear in at the top, slowly exhaling down, allowing that breath to fall on you like rain. Let's do that once more, releasing the hands, sending them wide, all the way round, up towards the sky. Sipping the air in at the top and pausing there. Slow exhale as you bring the hands down through heart center. Beautiful practice. I'll see you in your next session.